Welcome to episode 11 of Annijuuti Knits knitting podcast. Welcome back if you are returning viewer, and welcome if you are new here and just stopping by for the first time. My name is Annina and I come to you from Finland, where I live with my husband and my two boys. And you can find me on Instagram as Annijuuti Knits and on Ravelry as Annijuuti. And I even have a Facebook group called Annijuuti Knits. That's actually mainly Finnish content. So yeah, anyways, let's get started. Today I have actually absolutely no finished objects, but I still decided to film since it's been 2 weeks since my main podcast, and I thought that you will get bored of me rambling on and on and on. So first of all, I want to say a huge thanks to all of you who have supported me with my 2 pattern releases. Ruskopini was actually the pattern that has had the most sales in my history of designing, so little yay for that. It was kind of sad to know. I know that people are watching these knitting podcasts to knit themselves, to get inspired, and some people don't like this like advertised content. So as it was like a promotional video of my 2 new patterns, that was the first time that I actually noticed some leaving subscribers. So that was the first time that my numbers went down, my subscriber numbers went down, but that's okay. I know this is not the typical podcast, since I am also a knitwear designer. So of course I'm going to show my new patterns, and when I'm releasing, I want to celebrate that with you guys. So that's fine. I have since my last episode, I have got some new people here, so thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy what I'm showing, and for those of you who keep coming back, I really truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So let's get started. Like I said, I have no finished objects. I am going to start with what I'm wearing. This cardigan is made from a pattern called Reed by Johanna, and I sticked it into a cardigan since I already made one other sweater with this pattern. I actually tested it for her book last summer, and I will show you that book later on in the section where I talk about my knitting ideas and my hopes and dreams of of knitting. So I will show you that book, but I will stand up really quickly. So this is the cardigan, and this is made with Finnish wool from Novita called Suomivilla, and it's really warm. It's really, really, really warm. I used some alpaca blend that I had dyed myself on the brown section, and then some white sock yarn, and then this Finnish wool for the main color. It's the pattern is written for sport weight yarn, but this is DK, and I knew that how the sizing would be since I already made one with sport weight yarn, and I wanted to have a cardigan, and this pattern seemed to be like a perfect fit. Actually, I was making another pattern with these yarns first, but it was such a disaster, so I changed the plans and went with the pattern that I knew that would work. And yeah, I really love it. It's been actually pretty cold here in Finland already. Few mornings this week we have had like frost already in the ground in the car. So the nighttime has been below zero. So yeah, it has been really cold already. The day temperature is somewhere around 6 to 10 degrees. Today it's 10. It's a nice fall day, crispy air, and being not too cold. Yesterday it was so windy that, yeah, but that's why the thicker layers already. I have worn this to work this week, and it's been really nice since our office is really cold. So with this one, I'm definitely not feeling the cold. Yeah, that was a lot of rumble with what I'm wearing. And I must say, this yarn, since it's Finnish wool, it's kind of rustic, a little bit prickly, and I think it's a little bit better like an overlay. I don't mind it too much. I can still wear it next to the skin. I just have like a tank top underneath, um, and I'm fine. But I know that this would definitely give some people some prickly feeling to the skin. But yeah, all right. So let's move on to my whips. These are the things that I've been working on since we last spoke, and I have quite a lot of sock whips going on. I think. So this is the first try on my tiger socks. I have shown you this before. I don't know how dark it is, how much you can see, but you have seen this before. And so I started the pair. It's not grown a huge amount. There's just like a one pattern repeat after the cuff. So I have like 7 centimeters of the leg portion done, and that's about it. I have talked about this pattern so many times. I have talked about this yarn so many times. So I was just quickly going to show you what I have been up to. So this was the first whip that I have been working on. The next thing that I am going to show you are my woolly leggings, and they have not grown too much, but I have done some progress on the legs. So here I was the last time we spoke, where the here. So I have done maybe 20 centimeters of the leg. I can actually put a picture here that I took while I was trying them on, and they feel a little bit loose on the knee, but I was thinking that I'm just going to let it be. And yeah, I needed the 4mm needles for something else, so that's why I have just done a little bit of these leggings. So the pattern was called Rhoda, which is actually just the guideline for my pants, and I was doing the decreases towards the ankle as the pattern suggested, and that's why it was a little bit too loose, because my legs narrow quite rapidly. So I'm very short person, so I have these carrot shaped legs. So I started decreasing a little bit more rapidly now that I tried them on, and I noticed that it's kind of a little bit too loose. So yeah, but I will you actually saw the picture already, so that's where they at, and soon I will start the ankle ribbing, and then I still have another leg to make. But yeah, I actually think they might be finished by the time it's so cold that they would get some wear. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to show you, I've shown it to you a million times before, and I've talked about it in my Instagram stories. I have talked about it in my Instagram posts, and it's a project that I already started thinking about more than a year ago. So I have bought this pattern in June 2020. I ordered the yarn for it July 2020, and I started the project in March, I think, this year. And it's my husband's Painting Bricks sweater by Mr. Stephen West. As you can see, I'm very close finishing the sleeves. I have already started, or I didn't start, but I changed to a smaller needle, and I'm about to start the ribbing for the cuffs. Here is where I was last time I showed this to you. So I have done most of the sleeves, and I am working on these 2 at a time, and it has been slow, so slow. I have nearly given up with this project. I really love how it looks. I really love the colors. The yarn is nice to work with, but it's just so much work. I made this little video of me using the weaving Steven technique. So as you might tell, there's quite a lot of ends to sew in or to weave in, and there's no way that I would have been able to do all of the ends after the sweater would be finished. So I've been doing weaving Steven, and here you can see how I do it. It's basically pretty much the way Steven himself shows how to do it, and with this yarn and with this kind of texture, I think it works really well. Otherwise there would be like 2 ends after every single color, and that would be a very huge task to tackle if I wouldn't do it as I go. So I think it has been quite a nice way to take care of the ends, and I've talked about this project quite a lot, but I am hoping to finish this sweater by the end of September, since I have kind of made a promise to my husband that it would be done by the end of September. And this is a promise I made back in March when I started it. So yeah, I think I just have to now tackle this beast. And now I just have the cuffs, and then I've just done like 15 centimeters of the hem, so I still need another 30 centimeters, and then the bottom ribbing, and it would be done. The yarn that I'm using for this is this. I have ordered it from Adlibris. It was very cheap, that's why I ordered it. It's very soft, but what I've heard, it might peel a little bit. That's fine. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this yarn. It's knitting up really fast. It's just the constant color change, and now that I've been working on the sleeves, the decreases and the 2 at a time, the yarns are tangled and it's kind of heavy, and it's one of those things that I just wish it would be already finished. I really like how it looks, but I don't want to be working on it anymore. But it's been a long process, so I'm hoping to get it finished soon. Do you have any well marinated projects or some things that you have been working on quite a few months, even more than a year? Or yeah, tell me if you if you have any of these projects that seems to take forever to make, so let me know. And yeah, I still do like it, so that's completely fine. Then I'm quickly going to show you I'm going to talk about these 9-inch circular socks that I'm making. They haven't grown a single stitch since the last time I saw you. Thank you so much for all of the great advice. Thank you so much for all of the comments that I got last time. It was actually really helpful. And I got so many of those comments that I love using 9-inch circulars, but they are not for everyone. And I'm starting to believe that that is the case here. I've had quite a bit of trouble with my hands, so I'm thinking I'm gonna leave it here and switch on to magic loop. The only reason why I haven't is because my Titus socks are currently on my 2.25 millimeter needles, or the long circulars. So after I finish those, I will tackle these guys. And I think I'm gonna forget about the 9-inch circular, since it's kind of hurting my hands, and I don't think that's worth it. So maybe in another day, after a full recovery, I might try that again. All right, so those were my older whips that I have been working on. And then the next things that I'm going to show you are some of my new cast-ons. So if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen this before. Last Friday, I decided to cast on the Heart of a Wanderer sweater. And you have seen this sweater in gray and orange before. It was this sad story with the felting, and then I repaired the yoke for my son's sweater, and I came up with this pattern. And now I've been working on the sample piece, and this took me one day to make, and I have already been I have already blocked it, and that's something that I have been talking about previously. Just because I'm knitting so tight, or my tension is so tight, I like to block my yokes before I separate the sleeves, because now it's in the format, or it's in the form that you can actually spread it out and give it a little wet block and tuck. So that's what I've done. I'm making this in size 4 to 5 years, and my soon 4-year-old son, I was making this for him, and he saw this and he was like, "Mom, I don't like it." And I'm like, "Okay, but you need something warm to wear in the winter." "Nope, I won't wear it. Let's give it to my friend." We have this boy living just in the same building as us, and they are living upstairs, and they are the same age. So my son was very kindly offering that we should give this sweater to him because he doesn't want to wear it. So it's a little bit frustrating sometimes with the kids when it was the same with the Rusko beanie. He was like, no, it feels itchy. No, I don't like it. No, it's the wrong color. It's like, why am I even trying? It's like, oh my God. It's so annoying. Like, you make something that you really, really love, and then you want to make them the best things, and then it's like, I don't like it. But anyway, if he doesn't want to wear it, I'll just photograph it with him, and then I will give it to the boy next door. And then he will get a nice sweater. I'm working this sweater with this Sandneskan merino wool. So merino wool, it's the Klompe Lompe series, and I have shown this yarn to you before. In the summer, I had this bargain find. I stumbled across to this sale, and I think I bought 7 of these balls for 23 euros, which is quite a good bargain. It's when I buy this specific yarn from our local yarn store, I think it's like 7 euros a ball, so I saved quite a few euros, I would say. So that's a new cast-on. And the next new cast-on might be too early for some, but I had this idea last Friday, and I just made the chart with my iPad, and the next day I had to cast it on, and I made this lovely little Christmas sock. So this is actually part of the motifs from my last year's Christmas socks. I can actually show you those socks. 1 second. I'm back. So last year I had this knit-along, mystery knit-along, where we knit these Christmas socks. These are made with worsted weight sock yarn. They are all scrunched up, and I took them from my husband's sock drawer. These are his. I can't stand these thick woolly socks, but he loves them, so I made those for him. And so I took some of the motifs. I wanted to make a lighter version of that Christmas sock, and I had this lovely green yarn from Freijayarn, and this is actually received for free for collaboration, or I just got this as a sample to maybe knit into some socks. So I use this yarn that I have received for free, just to be clear. The color is so stunning. It's this, the colorway is called Pine Wood, and this is just merino sock base with nylon, and it's very beautiful. I think these will be Christmas socks for me, and I actually thought I'd make a pattern for these, so keep your eyes open for some future test calls if you want to knit yourself another, or knit yourself a pair of Christmas socks. So this is the second one. I just cast it on last night. Today is, by the way, Friday the 24th of September. Maybe I should have told you this in the beginning, but I forgot. Anyways, so Friday is my knitting day. Friday's my design work day. So on Fridays I get to film, I get to work on my patterns and all that. So yeah, that's why I'm usually filming on Friday or Saturday when my husband is home and taking care of the kids. Yeah, so I just cast on last night the second one, and I'm gonna work on those when I have the inspiration to do so. Yeah, but that yarn was actually really nice to work with. It's kind of, you know, all these hand dyers, they use a little bit nicer base. It's lovely and soft, and it runs smoothly on the needles. So yeah, it's a really nice yarn to work with. And the colors that I used for the colorwork section were just leftovers from my sweater that I actually wore last time. So this colorwork sweater that I was wearing, and those Taito socks. So all the colorwork is done with Hot Socks Pearl cashmere yarn. And yeah, do I have anything else? One more thing, and it's not actually even a thing yet. I started a pair of mittens, but what I ended up having was a huge tangle of yarns. So I cast it on again 2 at a time with the color work rib. So it's like rib with 2 colors, pearls with the contrast color, and the knit stitches with the main color. So these colors, if you may be recognizing them, are made from the leftovers of my Swift cowl, which I haven't done the pattern yet, or actually the pattern is now done. I just need to finish it up and then put out a testing call. So if you're interested in testing the English version of the Swift cowl, it's made with sport weight yarn, give me a comment or send me a message on Instagram or whatever, so we'll get into that. But anyway, so I started this these mittens from the leftover yarns. The problem is that I was trying to work from one cake of yarn, from pulling from the inside and pulling from the outside, but this is very woolly wool. It was just like it went into this huge mess of yarn, and I ended up clearing out the mess for, I don't know, like an hour. So that's why I'm not further away. That's why I didn't get any further than this, because I was untangling the yarn for so long that I had to eventually go to bed after working out all that trouble with the yarn. Yeah, those are all the things that I have been working on in the last 2 weeks. And I'm just gonna quickly show you my yarn purchases, and then talk about the book that I mentioned in the beginning. And yeah, and also I had a parcel sent over from the UK, so I will show you the yarn that I received from my friend Sophie. So I'll start with the book. So Johanna is a Finnish designer, and she published this book this year. And this is just so fabulous colorwork sweater, or it actually mostly has like colorwork sweaters. So Reed, which I am wearing at the moment, I already had these pages marked, is this, and the name is Reed. And I did test knit this for her last summer, but the book came out this year. And yeah, it's a really, really, really nice book with so many. This is from Line Publishing. I don't know if you can see. There you go. So if you know the books 52 Weeks of Shawls, 52 Weeks of Socks, so you may have seen this book from them as well. So these are all designs by Johanna. And I will show you another beautiful thing that I'm planning on making from this book. So it's this woodland cardigan. It's a boxy fitting cardigan with this lovely bear and tree colorwork on the bottom. These pictures are not so. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so this is what I'm planning on making, and I was actually ordering some yarn for that cardigan. I've dreamt of having a green cardigan, and I ordered some yarn with this particular design in mind. And I ordered this lovely deep green hand-dyed single strand fin sheep wool, which is actually my absolute favorites. As you might tell, there's still some like little bits of hay. So this what you get when you order some rustic yarn. This particular yarn is the same type of fin sheep wool that I have been working with so many times already, and I just love how it fluffs up when you wash it. It blooms and it becomes very pillowy and very airy, still very warm. So this is fingering weight, but it blooms when you wash it. So so yeah, I had this woodland cardigan in mind when I ordered this yarn, but then 2 days after, it just came to me. Have you ever seen Seli cardigan from I think it was in line at 10 or 11, or I don't know, any of the previous Line magazines? I will put a picture here. So these pictures belong to Line. I have just screenshotted them from Instagram, and the designer is called Aleks Byrd, and she is, I think she is from the US, living in the UK, but she has some Estonian heritage, and a lot of her designs include those Estonian traditional techniques. And that's what I love about this cardigan. This Seli cardigan is so beautiful, with all the details on the arms. It's just absolutely beautiful. I now actually forgot to take these contrasting colors 1 second. It has this beautiful patterning on the sleeves, and then the button bands and the ribbing is 2-colored, or it uses both of the contrasting colors and the main color. So I have this similar wool from my aunt's farm in this light gray, and this is a leftover from my painting bricks shawl. So I was thinking maybe these 3, or these three. What do you think? What do you think looks the best? With the yellow, mustardy, ochre, and orange with the green? Or orange and gray? Give me your opinion about this thing. What do you prefer? I'm not planning on casting it on right away, so you you have time to influence my decision before the next episode. But yeah, that's something that I'm planning on, and I just absolutely fell head over heels for that cardigan. It has a sweater pattern as well, so you can make it as a sweater or a cardigan, but I really need a woolly cardigan for this winter, so that's what I have my eyes on. The last acquisition part is I received a gift from Sophie. She lives in the UK, and we became friends over the Instagram, and she has exactly the same age daughter than my younger son, and we've been talking quite a lot, and I sent her a little gift, and she sent me this lovely yarn and this card. She's from Norwich, and yeah, she has dyed these merinos herself, and I have to decide where I want to use them. I'm thinking this is a color that my godson really likes, so I'm thinking maybe a Christmas present. Holding this with something else would make a lovely Rusko beanie maybe for him. But yeah, thank you so much, Sophie. I really loved these yarns you sent me, and the chocolate is long gone. I think I finished it the next day you sent it to me. So, but yeah, who can resist some nice chocolate? Not me. I think this was everything that I had for you today. I am still going to continue my day with some pattern writing and hopefully some knitting, and I hope you have a good weekend. I'm hoping to upload this either today or tomorrow, and yeah, have a lovely fall. I will add some pictures from our street, or the street that turns into our street. It's my favorite part of our neighborhood, with all the lovely maple trees, with all the lovely autumn colors. So autumn is here, and so are the colors, and I just absolutely love that. We actually took our wedding pictures 3 years ago over those trees. So yeah, enjoy the scenery, and happy knitting. I will talk to you in